I just realized I filmed an entire intro and didn't push record, so that makes me feel real good. Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello. Welcome to my channel. If you're not, have you been around for a while? Welcome back. Today's video is going to be all about the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Finish Liquid Foundation. I picked this up at Harrods when I was there the other week, and I wanted to give it a review for you guys. I don't like doing first impressions on videos just because I never know how it's going to turn out. I don't want it to just be a bad makeup day, and I want to give it and my actual thoughts and opinions on the foundation. So I have tried this a few times before this application, and so far I'm really liking the foundation. So without me rambling any further, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, hit that notification bell, and let's get right into my thoughts. I went to the Hourglass Cosmetics website. This is what it looks like. So it's a $56 foundation. That is pretty expensive for a foundation. Normally I like to get foundations in the 30 to 40 range. However, I will splurge on a foundation, obviously, like I did here and with my Armani Luminous Silk, one of my favorite foundations of all time. So this foundation has a good amount of shades, it looks like, at least. So on the Hourglass website, they say it's the future foundation, a highly concentrated liquid foundation designed to deliver instant full coverage with just half of a pump. I do not agree with that at all. I do not think you're going to get high coverage look that you want with only half of a pump of the foundation. No primer needed. Also something I don't believe. I use a primer every single day when I wear foundation. I think it is absolutely necessary to create a barrier between your skin and the foundation itself, because it'll leave your skin looking a lot better and feeling a lot better after you take your makeup off for the day. So it's an innovative weightless formula, and it applies like second skin. It does, I can feel that I am wearing makeup. It doesn't feel weightless to me, so I don't agree with that. However, I do really like the finish of it. It does give a pretty natural finish, and what I've noticed is that it is pretty consistent with the way it applies. So it's available in 32 shades. I'm in the shade Porcelain, which is a fair neutral undertone, which also I don't really agree with because I do kind of get yellow undertones with this one, unfortunately. Some features and benefits are that it's innovative coated pigments to create a smooth, long-wearing application without drying out the skin, which hopefully is true because I already have dry skin itself. It's got light refracting microspheres to blur and create a soft focus complexion. I would kind of agree with that. It gives you a little bit of a blur going on. It's 24-hour long wearing formula. Should I wear this until tomorrow? Probably not. My skin would hate me. Waterproof, transfer-proof, it's waterproof, transfer-proof, and sweat-proof. And that's about it. It does not have alcohol, parabens, phthalates, sulfates, talc, and it's not tested on animals, so that's really great that it doesn't have any of those things. That'll also help your skin a lot when you're wearing it. So the shade range to me is decent. It does need a little bit more of the like medium to dark and dark to deep ranges. I don't think everyone would find their perfect match with this foundation. I had a hard time finding a match with this foundation, and I'm pale, so yeah, I think they could step up their foundation range, like at least the color range a little bit. Like Morphe just came out with a foundation that has 60 shades in it, so I think they should be aiming for more like 50 instead of 32, but that's good enough for now. It's a lot better than Tarte last year. So with that all being said, those are kind of my thoughts going into this. If you would like to see me demo this product, demo this foundation, try it out, keep on watching, and at the end of the video I am going to be checking in and giving you my updates on how it ended up wearing on my skin for a little while. Excuse my hair and the state of it right now. I'm going to do it again later. So as always in my foundation reviews, I'm going to prime my face with my MAC Strobe Cream. I do this on both sides. because this is my, like, probably my favorite everyday moisturizer. It agrees with my skin really well. So I know that when I try a new foundation, it's not going to be this acting up, it's going to be the foundation acting up. And it also provides some moisture to the skin. Now I have tried this foundation a few times and I already have a couple thoughts on it, but I want to obviously demo it for you guys to see what you think about how it goes on and things like that. And then obviously you've already heard my spiel for the rest of it. So again, here is the bottle. Let's see if we can get her to focus on that. Right there. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I am again in the shade Porcelain, which is not the lightest shade, which is kind of funny, and I'm in the shade Alabaster in the stick, which I didn't bring with me for whatever reason. So it has a pump on it, which I really like. I'm gonna go ahead and use probably 2 pumps of this, maybe 2.5. It says you should only have to use 1 pump or half of a pump or something like that, but I honestly do not agree with that. After trying it a few times, I know what works best for my skin with this particular foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and pump 2.5 on my hand. This is what it looks like. It does look a bit yellow for my skin, I will say that. I tend to go for something a bit more neutral, where this is clearly a yellow tone. So I am going to, and I also apologize for all of the feedback, I guess. Not really feedback, but I apologize for the outside noises. I live right by a busy street over here. So yeah, I wanted to just clear that up. So I'm going to go ahead and do this side of my face with my favorite foundation brush, and that is the E6 from Morphe. I'm just going to take some on my finger and dot it around. This is how I almost always apply my foundation. And I'm going to just do half of my face like this. Wipe the excess off on the brush, and then I'm going to go ahead and start to blend out. I should probably put a mirror in front of me instead of looking at the viewfinder this entire time. And I don't know if it is coming off on camera as much as it is in person, but it is a bit yellow for my skin. But it's something I can work with. However, the color is not all the way there, so I do have to blend it down. And I find that most of my powders, when it sits on top of this, it doesn't like I have the Fair Charlotte Tilbury powder that I love, and it seems to get a bit dark, so I want to see if it does oxidize as I wear it. I'm going to come back later after a short wear test just to see if it changes within the first hour of me wearing it. But yeah, so that's that blended out. Hopefully you can see. Do have to bring that down the neck a bit, which I might take a bit more later and do. But as you can see, it matches decently. That's how it changes from side to side. It clearly covered up some of my redness. I do have some acne spots that it managed to cover pretty well, especially in the center of my forehead here. Decently enough. It's got great coverage, I will give it that. But I just kind of want to see how it looks all over my face in general. So next I'm going to go ahead and take my Morphe Jeffree Star collaboration contour sponge, highlight and contour sponge. I'm going to blend it out on the rest of my face, making sure to take just the same amount on this side. Maybe a titch more, just because I know sponges do soak up a bit more product. But I am pretty happy with how this side turned out. I don't see a whole lot of streaks or anything in the foundation, which means it held up pretty good. One thing I can also tell how much I like a foundation is how much I crease on my eyelids with it. If it creases a bunch, then I know it's going to be more of a like oily foundation, which sometimes is okay for my dry skin, sometimes is not okay for my dry skin. So it really just depends on the foundation itself Each time I've worn this so far, I have mixed it with something else though. So this time is my first time seeing exactly how it behaves on its own. Excuse my giant little curly Q there. I just want to make sure I get it all blended out and I'm not like going out with, you know, a line right on my face there, which is literally my biggest pet peeve. So, and I want to see how well it holds up on my nose. I do have a hard time keeping foundation like on my nose decently enough, I guess. So, alright, so that is one layer of the foundation on this side as well. Let me give you a bit of a closer up look. Sorry if this is about to be wobbly, but this is the brush side. As you can see, it doesn't match my skin perfectly, but here's this side as well. I don't know how well that's coming off in the light, but I do really like the coverage of it. It did manage to cover my redness in my cheek, as well as some of the hyperpigmentation on the acne spots. But yeah, so we're just gonna get in real close and personal, guys. I just want to make sure that everything is looking decent before I move on. And so far the nose is looking pretty good. I'm going to try not to put any concealer on my nose today, just to see if maybe that's why it's breaking up. But, so yeah, so that is one layer of the foundation by itself, brush side, sponge side. I honestly would recommend either one. I think the sponge side gave me a little bit more radiance, which is common because it is a sponge, but I did get fuller coverage out of the brush side. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and layer some concealer on top of it quickly, see how it mixes together, and then I will finish the rest of my makeup and we'll get this video finished. Alright, so this is the makeup look completely finished. I like how it actually turned out. It's really neutral today, but I do want to look at my skin and how my skin looks. So we are going to come in a little close here, and I don't know, here, we're going to take a look. So around the nose it looks okay. I always miss a little bit right here, but I didn't set the nose or I didn't put concealer on it, and it looks a lot better than it normally does, so I'm really actually happy with the way that looks. Other than that, I don't see it clinging on to any dry patches. It is settling into some lines here on the forehead, but that's natural, especially with the foundation. Everyone's got lines, your foundation's gonna settle into it. It's just how it's gonna work. So overall, I am pretty impressed with this foundation, but let's give it an hour, see how it looks. It hasn't seemed to oxidize yet, but we will see how it looks then. I am going to lose the sunlight by then, so hopefully you guys don't mind the fluorescence. And yeah, so I will see you guys in an hour. Alright you guys, so it has been about 3 hours now. I filmed the tutorial at 4 p.m. and it's now 7 p.m. and this is what my face looks like. It's kind of settled in now and become kind of one with my skin. This is what my forehead looks like. I'm not super happy with the way that the acne looks under the foundation, but you know, what can you do when you have acne? Nothing's clinging onto dry patches though, which is something I am happy about because I do have very dry skin. So yeah, overall, I would give this foundation probably an 8 out of 10. Just because some of the things I didn't agree with that they said it did on its website. But other than that, I think it's a great foundation and you should try it out. Some other foundations I would definitely recommend at a more affordable price are the Maybelline Superstay Foundation and the L'Oreal Pro Glow and Pro Matte foundations. Those are some of my drugstore favorites, as well as the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. So if you want something that is a little bit more budget friendly, I definitely would suggest going for those ones. And that is all I have for the video. So Let's see what end of the video Megan has to say. Alright you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. As always, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a new video, which is every Wednesday and Sunday. Every Wednesday I post a sit down video and every Sunday I post a London vlog, at least for while I'm here. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.